Really, I am so happy that I actually still have some space left. Hello, my treasure. Welcome back to another game pickup video. And in today's game pickup video, we're gonna have a look at all the games that came in the mail in the past couple of days. And yes, it's quite a lot. And no, I did not order all of them just, this week. No. Some of them were belated. Yes, you're hearing this correctly. Belated Black Friday orders that I just got in the mail today. And yes, today is the 17th of February. So yes, it took quite some time for them to be here. But you know what? Let's get straight into the games. So if you have seen my weekly vlog video, you will already know which games I'm going to talk about more in detail. But if you haven't watched the daily vlog, then this is going to be a complete surprise for you. So you know what? Let me start off by grabbing the games which had the longest shipping time and also the longest preparation time to get here as possible. And that is my order from VGP, which I did during the Black Friday sales. Yes, I did a couple of orders from VGP during the Black Friday week. And yeah, it took them quite a while before they actually started shipping them. And also it takes a very long time, apparently, from Canada to get to my small little country here. So yeah, the VGP orders are slowly trickling in. And I'm still waiting for one order. It's still not shipped even. So yeah, I might be seeing that order somewhere in March if I'm lucky, okay? I might even see the Nintendo Switch 2 sooner before I will see that order. But yeah, you know what? Let's not get into that. Let's get into my order that came in from VGP. And these were all sale items. So yeah, that's of course why I bought them through them, because, they had a very good deal on these games. And I have to be honest, apart from one game, which is in this lineup, none of the other games I'm gonna play in the very near future. So therefore, I was fine waiting for them. The other one, was gonna get iffy. So yeah, let's get into the one which I actually really wanted to get as soon as possible now. And that is the Ace Attorney trilogy Apollo Justice. Because I'm currently playing Ace Attorney trilogy, so the first 3 games, and I want to continue after I've completed them. I want to continue with the next 3 games, which basically, of course, means that I needed to get this one in order to play the continuation. Because I am in such a Ace Attorney mood that, oh my gosh, Ace Attorney, it's just brilliant. I love it. I really am also looking forward to going into this trilogy, because look at the characters that you see on the front cover. There are going to be so many unique characters in this trilogy, and I have never played, apart from what I'm playing now, Ace Attorney. So everything is completely new. I'm experiencing it as a first timer, and it is amazing. So that's why I got this Ace Attorney trilogy. I think I don't know. Let me check how much I paid for this one. So that, you know what, because I do write everything down in my, which one is it again? Because I have a lot of Ace Attorney. Oh yeah, so I paid, including taxes, that what makes it expensive, okay? So I paid 49 euros for this one, but I really wanted to get this one because, like I said, I really like playing Ace Attorney. So yeah, that one was added to the collection. Then the second one was actually one which was really good on sale, because I have seen this game already a lot of times here in my country, which is called, and let me pronounce this correctly, it is, a girl who chants love at the bound of this world. Yes, I know, it's a very, very long name. It's like those isekai type of, like animes where, the name is just too long and you're like, Okay, I lost you halfway through that name. But yeah, so this one was always very expensive in my country. And even, you know, like even secondhand. And then at VGP, I bought this one for only 25 euros, including shipping and taxes. So yeah, that was a very good deal. This is a visual novel. And I think it's also kind of like a mystery thing. So I was like, oh, I'm intrigued. When I was watching a full overview of all visual novels released on the Nintendo Switch with English, I saw this one also in there. And what they were saying in there really piqued my interest. So I was like, I might need to add this to my collection. But when I was looking it up, everywhere, at least, you know, like I said, in my own country, it was so expensive. It was like 50 euros, 55 euros. I was like, I'm not going to pay 55 euros for a secondhand game because most of them were secondhand. This one is new. I don't care if it's secondhand or new, right? As long as I can play the game for a reasonable price and I have it physically, I'm fine with it. But the fact that I got this one for 25 euros and it's completely new, yeah, that makes it even better, right? Of course, this is going to come unsealed once I start playing with it. And the final one, which was in my VGP order, is a Bust of Fellows. Also a visual novel and a detective, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Which very, very intriguing. And I just love the front cover, right? So this one I might have bought just because of the cover. And let me again check, you know, like, cause I have my Game Eye here next to me, where of course I put everything in there. Let's see, how much did I pay for this one? So yeah, this one was also only 25 euros, which, you know, it's a steal, right? Also, in my own country, this was way more expensive. So I'm very happy to add this one to my collection. It's also from P-Cube. I kind of have been on a, you know, like a craze for all the P-Cube published games, because they do publish a lot of visual novels and I do like visual novels. Then the next one that I got, well, this was a, let me also show it. This was a Play Asia order. I ordered from Play Asia. I ordered the first part of Mugen Souls. Yes, I know. I showed in a different video that I got Mugen Souls Z, also the limited edition version. And then I was like, oh my God, that's the second part, right? So I need the first part. And I thought, you know what? I'll just get the regular version, right? I don't per se need any of the limited editions, right? I do live. I do love the goodies. But you know what? I am on a budget, so I'd rather not spend too much on all the accessories that come with it. And I'd rather just have the game and just be able to play the game whenever I want to. But the game itself, so just getting this game here in my own country, was the same price as getting the limited edition from Play Asia. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get the limited edition from Play Asia because I am not gonna pay 88 euros just for the game. No, I am not gonna do that. I think I paid for this one around, I think also 60 euros. 65 euros, including taxes. I was very happy to get this one. And because I was just not yet on that, you know, like limit to get free shipping, I ordered another game. So you'll see that game in a bit. But yeah, Mugen Souls, I am very interested in playing this game. On how long to beat, I think it is, let me check. It's mid-level time to spend, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know where I'm gonna put this in my library of when to play it. But yeah, cause if I'm looking at, like, I have one shelf here, way down below. I was gonna speak in Dutch. I was gonna say hier beneden, but I meant way down below there. I have this shelf where, like, everything's organized here by publisher. However, I have a shelf completely down there, which is the shelf of games that I'm going to play very soon. So they are from various publishers. So I don't know if I'm going to put this on that particular shelf or if it's going to go towards its publisher, which is there, right there. That publisher is there. East of Asia is there because I love all the numbers on the East of Asia boxes, right? They are nicely numbered. So I'm adding a number 31 to my collection. But that basically means that if I put it there, this is not going to be played this year. So I'm debating, okay, if I should. Oh, I do want to play it. I am curious, but I really am in a visual novel type of mood currently because, and I will show that also. Of course, I wanted to reach the free shipping threshold because, yeah, I'm just your regular idiot consumer who will fall for the, you know what, if you order for this much, you get free shipping. I'll be honest. If I would have only paid for shipping for this one, then I would have only had to spend €5 more and then I would get a full game, right? That's how much shipping is if I would, you know, like have it shipped from PlayAsia to me if it doesn't reach the threshold. So I thought for €5 extra, I'm going to look for a game which looks interesting and is, you know, like just pushes me just over the threshold. Not a lot, but just over the threshold. And I found this one, which is a visual novel. It's called It's called Lyrica and it's 2 games in one. Well, 2 visual novels in one. It's Lyrica 1 and it's 2. Well, it's actually Lyrica and Lyrica 2. That's what it says here. Again, I saw this in a summary overview of all visual novels which come with English. But I have no clue further than what they have explained there, what this game is about. The art style looks adorable. I have to say that art style looks adorable. It is from a publisher, which I have no clue who this publisher is if I'm looking at it. Chosen? I think I have one other game from Chosen, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think so. Oh, Cozen. With a C. C-O-S-E-N. Yeah, I have one other game. I don't know which one, but I do have one other game from it. But yeah, this is a visual novel, and I'm really interested in having a look at this one. I don't know how long this visual novel takes, so depending on how long this one is, because it is 2 games, so depending how long it is, it might end up on the below shelf, which means I'm going to play it very soon, or on the it's going to take a while before I play it. Just to give you a brief overview, right? I own, at this point in time, also counting games that I have bought but are still in transit or need to be shipped to me, I have almost 300 Switch games. Of those 300 Switch games, so I have 298 Switch games. Of those 298, and I think around 12 of them are still in the universe to come to me. But of those games, I have actually played and completed almost 100 of them. Yes, I'm proud of myself, okay? Because I also play PC games and I also play PlayStation 2 games still. And I don't play PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 games. Because if there's a Switch version of it, I will play it on the Switch. And if there's a PC version of it, I will play it on the PC. So yeah, the fact that I have played of my almost 300 Nintendo Switch collection, I have played almost 100 games of them to completion. So I think I have 4 games which I've dropped from those 100. But I've played them until, like I was stuck. So for example, Cotton Rainbow, that one I have dropped. Ghost Trip, that one I have dropped. So there are the first part of Bayonetta I have dropped. I don't like those games, okay? Maybe later on I might like them again, but I have dropped those games. But I've played them until I was so frustrated that I could not deal with them. So I consider them completed, okay? But all the other games I have completed. which basically means they still have 200 games to play. Hopefully, I will complete one game soon, which is Ace Attorney, the trilogy, which, you know, I can add 101 games. But I will start playing also shorter games, so that number is gonna add up very, very fast. I might also play some PC games in the meantime, because, you know, life happens. Yeah, let's go back to the other games that I have, or that I bought and came in. So let's see. You know what? Let me show you my Amazon Japan pickups. So I bought 2 games from Amazon Japan. One which was recently released, which is Tokyo Psychodemic. This one, it's a thriller, visual novel, detective visual novel. Looked very interesting because of Ace Attorney, because Emio the Smiling Man. Like I said, I'm really into the visual novel, detective type of things. This one looked very awesome. This came both in a regular version, which I have here, and also a, you know, like a special limited edition version. I did not opt for the limited edition version. I just got the regular one. I am very curious to find out more about this game, because it gives you really, really creepy vibes, you know, like the really thriller detective type of vibes. I love this type of vibe, so I'm very curious to find out. Also, you know, like there's you know, like real life type of characters in there. It's really interesting how this game works. So this one is definitely gonna go on the below shelf, which basically means I need to play this game very fast. This one was released in 2024, the end of 2024. So yeah, really looking forward to playing this one. And in my other video from last week, I told you that, well, I showed you and you see it there, but I have the box set down there. You see that I have Voice Love on Air. And I mentioned in there that it is the 3rd BL visual novel which physically came out on the Nintendo Switch, which has English on the cartridge. And I said, I now have 2 BL visual novels. One is the Town of Ni, and it's somewhere there. and there you have Voice Love on Air. But there is also a 3rd one, which came before Voice Love on Air, because that one was released in December 2024. There came before that, and let me read the name completely wrong so that everybody will not like me anymore. It's called Hashihime of the Old Book Town Append. It says so on here. So this is the 3rd BL visual novel, which has English on the card, and which is a physical release. And this one was, well, it was the no, I think this was the first one. So this was the first one. I think the Town of Ni was the 2nd one, and Voice Love on Air was the 3rd one. I didn't have this one. So I thought, you know what? Let's add this also to my collection, because apparently I like BL. I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. Do I like BL? I really don't know. Anyway, so those were my 2 orders from Amazon Japan. Then I also ordered 2 games from 2 different stores. One is from Netgame, which is a local Dutch gaming store. They also have, you know, like brick and mortar stores. But I order everything online because their brick and mortar store in my city moved away. And now their regular stores are very, very far away. So, okay. Again, I know I live in the Netherlands. I know nothing is far away in the Netherlands. Okay, I know. But from a Dutch perspective, these stores are very far away. So I order all my games from them online. And the game that I ordered from them online is called Read Only Memories, the Double Pack. Again, this was something which was on my wish list for quite some time, but somehow it was either out of stock or very expensive, which is weird. Or I could only find, because they are also released separately, you could then have the separate games. But again, I didn't want to pay an arm and a leg. if there was a double pack. And I really like how this double pack looks. So therefore I thought, you know what? I'll patiently wait until it's back in stock again for the retail price. So yeah, it was back in stock again for the retail price. I ordered it through them. It's here. This one, yes, definitely gonna go on the below shelf because I am really curious to find out more about this. This is really futuristic type of visual novel, so I'm really curious to find out more about this one. I think this one was also released, if I'm not mistaken, in 2024. Yeah, this one was also released in 2024. I'm trying to get a good mix of games that I'm playing this year, of games released in 2024 and old games. Games released before that. I'm trying to, you know, like half of my games be newer games and half of my games be older games that I really want to play, either replay or I always wanted to play them, or I've had them in my collection for God knows how long and I just never came up in, oh, maybe I should play them. But yeah, one of the other, well, this is the final one. The final game that I ordered, this is through the shop called Cool Shop. Cool Shop is a web shop located in Denmark. And they have quite a large selection of Nintendo Switch games. And yeah, I found there the, I want to say final, but you cannot say really final. Well, I wanted to order there the final Ace Attorney game, which came out on the Switch, which is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. This means that I have my Ace Attorney collection complete on the Switch. I don't have any of the DS games, but all the DS games are published on the Switch in these, you know, like trilogy boxes. And I have now all of them. With this one, I have all of them. And here comes the kicker, right? There is one Ace Attorney, which is not released on Switch. And it's not planned to be released on Switch, at least because the company that published it was almost belly up. And it came back because they announced, you know, like a sequel to another very popular game, which is Professor Layton. I love Professor Layton. I have all the DS and 3DS games. I also have the Switch game. However, and hear me out, there is one game in the Ace Attorney, you know, like sphere, which has not been brought out to Switch. And that is the Ace Attorney Professor Layton 3DS game. That is a very rare game to find. And because, of course, somehow I never knew, because like I said, I have everything from Professor Layton and I've played them all completely. I love Professor Layton. It's, everybody can complain about whatever. I love it, okay? Don't come at me. I love Professor Layton. But somehow, I never knew there was a Professor Layton Ace Attorney. It just, I don't know. It was even released in my local language. Yes, I know. I was like, how did I not notice that? How did I not know that? And it was released kind of like the end of the lifespan of the 3DS. So it might have been in the period that I was pregnant with my kids. And I have to say, during the time that I was pregnant, I was just playing only, you know, like the games that I already have, because my mind was just too, I was not buying anything, right? So therefore, and I was not looking at new stuff. So my mind was not in a, you know, like keeping up to date with everything happening in the gaming world type of vibe. And that lasted for me for 2 years, right? So because I got 2 kids in 2-year time. So during those 2 years, I think actually that's when the game also was released, or when it was announced or whatever. So therefore, I have no active memory of that game being released, which means I need to find it, because I have multiple 3DSs, right? And I have a large 3DS collection as well. but I don't have the final Ace Attorney game. And I want to play all the Ace Attorney games. My goal for this year is playing all the Ace Attorney games. And one of the things I also want to do, I'm going in February to Japan. One of the things I want to do there is I want to find the figures for for Phoenix Wright and for Miles Edgeworth. I want to find their figures. I want to display them there. I am in love with Ace Attorney, right? I love it so much. Everything is amazing about it. So getting also that final installment, and maybe they're going to release it for the Switch too, right? I don't know. I don't think so. But I want to get that final game also in the Ace Attorney world. Even though it's also Professor Layton. Doesn't matter, because I love Professor Layton as well. But yeah, the last game that I added to this video is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And yeah, I'm very happy that I got this one. This one was quite expensive, actually, but oh well, you know what? Like I said, I wanted to complete my collection. I'm very happy now. And yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And let me know, do you also have a series on the Nintendo Switch or on any other console that you're playing? Doesn't have to be a new console, right? Is there any other series that you really need to have everything? I'm thinking of getting everything also from Final Fantasy, because I am a OG Final Fantasy VII fan. However, I don't know, right? I love Final Fantasy VII. I love Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10. And after 10, I kinda lost the love for Final Fantasy. So I don't know if I want to have the full collection. I'm still debating, should I get the full collection on Switch or not? But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I say, miss you, love you, bye-bye.